Hello everyone, and welcome to another Drillstevejr Jr. review. Today we'll be taking wait a second. This isn't really something you could buy in stores, so... Does this really count as a Drillstevejr Jr. review? I guess it'd be more of a showcase in that sense, so, Hello everyone, and welcome to a Drillstevejr Jr. showcase. Today we'll be taking a look at a Lego MOC that I built myself, and here it is. This is what I'm calling Two-Face's van, or well, I guess you could call it an armored truck if you want to, but the windows aren't exactly reinforced in any way, and I'm pretty sure like it'd be lower to the ground or something. So I'm just gonna call it a van, but I guess you could call it an armored truck if you want to. So yeah, it's got the white on this side and the black on this side, but let's get into more specific details. Like starting with the front, you can kind of notice that I actually used some slightly different pieces to achieve kind of the same general shape on this side, and that's to make it look more worn and cracked and dented, so kind of to give it more the feel of this side being a bit more worse for wear compared to this side, which is completely clean and pristine. that was a clever bit of wordplay on my part that I didn't even intend to do. Anyway, or like how instead of a cheese slope on this side, I actually have a stud on this side. My thought process is that like someone took like a sledgehammer to this side, and now there's only the light bulb, not any of the glass surrounding it. On the bottom here with the bumper, I actually made this side kind of more bulged out, either through modification to make this side a little bit more tough, or like it just got kind of dented and bulged out through like some road rage, unlike on this side, which is completely like normal. I had some lights on top, which I didn't need to do, but I felt like it'd be more of a fun inclusion if I did. So yeah, that's something that you normally see on RVs. I think it looks cool, so yeah. There's a stud on this side, and we'll get into the details on why that's there in a little bit. And on the back, I made this side a lot more chewed up and dented and looks like it's about to fall off. Sort of tie in with kind of the road rage kind of thing. Like someone probably like bumped him from behind or he brake checked or something. But this side is completely fine in terms of wear and tear. And this stud is for opening the tailgate. So, yeah, if you're wondering what that is, I guess it's supposed to be like a handle or something. And in terms of like the actual colors itself, this is all brick built, by the way. The line right here is 100% bricks. I didn't use any stickers, and one print, which is for I think it's easier to see on this side, ironically, which is that dashboard console. That's the only print in this set. I had a grill down here on either side to kind of give it a bit more texture. And the wheels are black on this side and white on this side to further cement the opposing sides, And the doors also open on both sides. I don't know why I said both side. And, yeah, opens on both sides. Traditional Lego doors, but they do not have any stopping point in here. So they can kind of just get tucked in, which I guess kind of makes sense for the black side since it has more wear and tear, but I just don't really like how that looks, so I like to keep these doors as straight as possible. This stud right here acts as sort of a dent. Get it? His name is Harvey Dent. But it also doubles as a place that you can attach this little assembly that I made, and here's what that looks like. It's a relatively simple build. And, you know, you can push the missile out or attempt to flick it, but every time I've tried to flick the missile out, I've ended up flicking the assembly out or missing all it together. So not exactly the most elegant of flick fire missile integration, but I felt like it'd be something kind of cool to have Two-Face pop out a missile on this side and be like, "Come and get me, Batman, I'm gonna kick your ass." Or in this case, blow your ass up with a missile. Oh, goodness. And I even on the grill, I don't know if you noticed, but on this side I have a silver grill piece, and on this side I have just a gray one. So I tried my best to do the color matching as cleanly as possible, at least on the outside, because when we get to the inside, it's a little less set in stone, but tried to go for like dark grays on this side and brighter colors on bright gray and silver on this side, and yellow for the lights and just clear for the lights. I don't know if any of that made sense, but hopefully it did. I'm trying my best to make sense, and sometimes I don't make sense. But anyway, we can take the roof off, and we can take a good look at the interior. As you can see, I used a big gray plate on the floor, but I did add these plates to the front, so when it is, you know, closed up, it looks nicer. And the headrest is completely gray. But yeah, the roof comes off in one long piece. And yeah, the only things that are attaching the roof together to itself is these three I don't know what the official name of these are, so I'm just going to call them floating tiles, because they're normally used in like speeders to give off the illusion of floating. And this gray plate in here. Other than that, completely separate assemblies. That one side is black and the other side is white. But yeah, you know, in here we have space for 2 minifigures, and we can get better access by taking the windscreen off separately. You know, you could put Two-Face in here and have him drive, and you'll be like, "Grr, I hate Batman." And, you know, I can put him on the studs and close him up with that, but I have to take his gun out of his hand, you know. He's in there driving his lovely new truck, and I can take him out. You know, you could also have, like, generic henchmen driving this thing, and he could be, like, in the back, like a mob boss or something. I don't know. Don't mob bosses usually sit in the back of pickup trucks? There we go. You know, have him chilling in the back. You know, why not? Close the roof up if we want. And, yeah, you can even see him through the windows right there. And, also, you know, this is a lot of space, so if we take Two-Face out, we can sort of, you know, like, you could put, like, a few minifigures in there if you want. You know, like some hostages or something. Or, you know, a safe. Yeah, it fits. I don't know what Lego set the safe came from, but, it's probably a Lego City safe. But, it fits perfectly with this, so, yeah, that's pretty cool. Also, if you hear anyone yelling in the background, my parents are watching baseball, and they are completely obsessed with it. So if you hear any yelling in the background, that's probably because their team scored a home run or something. I don't know. But also this stud, I completely forgot to mention the other use that this stud right here could have. And that's, like, you could take, like, Batman or, Nightwing or Batgirl or whoever you have and sort of have them walking on the side of the truck. It would make more sense if I had a grapple gun in their hand, but they could be like running on the side of the truck, or I guess the Flash would probably make more sense, since the Flash tends to walk on the side of buildings, so I guess you could have that kind of crossover happening. But personally, if this set was real, and let me put the revolver back in Two-Face's hand, and I don't know how this piece fell off. Let me just put that back on. Personally, if this was a real set, just need to clear my throat for a second. Why is this piece falling off? I swear this Lego set is not fragile, and this piece has not came off before recording, so I don't know why it's acting weird. I guess it's the review curse that MGO likes to talk about, how like you could do things perfectly, but once the camera's on, then you struggle and act like a dumbass. Yeah, let's put the guns back in the crook's hands. I'm just using the gray hose pieces because I'm kind of limited on the Lego revolver pieces I own. And there's Two-Face, and I'm using the Dark Knight version of Two-Face for this review, even though that I do have a comic version, but I think that the Dark Knight version goes better with the general aesthetics of the set. And this thing wants to roll off the table for some reason. I don't know why that's doing that. But like, if this was an official Lego set, I'd probably just have these 4 figures in the set. 2 Crooks, Two-Face, and then Batman. But yeah, I think we've pretty much gone over everything, and I have devolved into rambling, so I guess we could do a few size comparisons while we're here. So, here it is with the last... I have no idea why the bumper just came off. Here it is with the last Lego adjacent thing that I reviewed, although this was an official set and this is a mock. The police transporter van. And I think they scaled together quite nicely. And they're basically the same size. I don't know if the camera will be able to catch this. But, there it is. They're basically the same size. This review is kind of devolving, but I need to persevere. I mean, it's not a review, it is a showcase. I mentioned this at the start of the video. Let's just wrap this up. Here it is with, a standard kind of car. I mean, this one's a lot more futuristic than your standard police car, but it gives off the general shape and vibe and stuff. And here's the tumbler, which, is a lot bigger, but, I think they work well together. I mean, especially for, like, a chase scene, which I can't really seem to get them both in frame. So, I guess because the camera is a bit too zoomed in. And, yeah. I'm not going to go full in on comparisons, but I guess I can do Hot Wheel Batmobile. Because, yeah, I can. But, yeah, I'm pretty happy with my custom Two-Face truck van, whatever you want to call it. And if you guys want to see more of these mock showcases, please let me know, because I have a few that are finished. I have a few that I'm working on. In fact, I have one of the ones that I'm working on right here, which is this Scarecrow biplane. So I guess stay tuned if you want to see how this turns out. But I pretty much said everything that I wanted to say, so, this has been Drillsteve Jr. signing off, and I'll see you in the next showcase or review or whatever I decide to upload next.